excited to tell you about Love Your Brand. So Love Your Brand is my 5-step program to create a brand that you love. So if you have a brand that you feel holds you back, if you've just started your business and you actually don't have anything, or if you have a brand that you feel lacks professionalism, that doesn't really do it for you, that doesn't set your heart on fire, doesn't set anybody else's heart on fire, that makes you feel embarrassed to hand things out and show people your website, all that kind of thing, then Love Your Brand is for you. So it's a 5-step program. We start on the 18th of September, and the first step is preparation. So in that first step, it is really, really important that you work out all the answers to different questions. And these are really important because they lay the foundation for everything that you are going to do, so that you don't just create a brand that looks beautiful, but you create one that looks effective as well. It doesn't matter how lovely it looks if it doesn't work. So this section, we're going to be talking about things like our values, our brand personality, our ideal clients, our plans for the future, all kinds of different questions to work out what it is that makes your brand as opposed to anybody else's, what makes you special. And then we're going to move on to the next step, which is research. During this step, we are going to be finding out more about colour, typography, icons, illustrations. We're going to be doing some, finding some inspiration. It's a bit of a learning curve, this step, but in a really fun kind of way, to get you just thinking about all the different elements that you need for your brand and what it is that you might decide to choose. The third step is to create that stuff. This is called Begin, and this is where we start. We actually begin to design things because we make decisions about what it is that you want. So you're going to make decisions about your colour scheme, you're going to make decisions about your typefaces, you're going to make decisions about the illustrations, the icons, all the other imagery that you have that is associated with your brand. And yes, if you need a logo, there is a section in there as well where we can work on that together. Then there's going to be a week's break because it's half term and I have kids. If you have kids, you can also have half term, or you can have some time to catch up. And then the following week, we are going to be starting to create a guide. So all of that information that you've been looking at, we're going to pull together into a guide so that you've got everything at your fingertips, so that those decisions that you have made are all laid down so you can use them, so somebody else can use them, and so that your brand will always be the same. No matter what it is you're putting out, it will always look beautiful because it's always going to be there in the guide. All the answers to your questions, you know, what your values were and everything, the things that are really important are going to be in the guide. It's not like a massive document, it's just this few pages thing that you've got that you can sit and go, right, I know this, and I know this, and I know this, and this is stored here so that I know I've got it when I need it, which is really, really handy. And then the next step, the final step, which we do right at the end of November, so you'll be finished just before, I think about the 3rd of December, 4th of December, you should have everything in place. After that 2 weeks, you should have, well, you'll have already designed your logo if you needed one, but you'll have social media graphics, you'll have leaflets, you'll have business cards, you'll have banners, you know, anything that you need, the graphics to put on your website, that kind of thing, you'll be able to design within that time frame so that it's there and it's set up for you. And then you'll be finished. But then after that, you don't just get left to dangle, because we do have, there's 5 weeks of Q&A after this. There is a break in the middle of all of that for Christmas where I'm still going to be around because there's a Facebook group. So if you need to ask questions, you can pop it in the Facebook group and I'll answer them, unless it's Christmas Day. But yeah, there'll be live Q&A in that time. That takes us into January, and then that is the programme finished. But you will have everything by then, and there will have been loads of time to catch up, because there's the 5 weeks at the end, plus a few for Christmas and the week in the middle, where you can use that for catching up and keeping up, so that you're not going to get left behind, and you're going to end up with something absolutely beautiful at the end that encompasses everything that you needed to encompass about your business. So what happens is, for every step, there's 2 weeks. In the first week, I deliver the training. You can ask me questions during that training. It's all live within the Facebook group, and then it'll be uploaded onto the website, and you can come and join us in the group anytime to ask questions. In the second week, there'll be a live Q&A, so if you missed out during the first week, if you have further questions because you've been creating things and coming up with things, then that is the time to ask those questions and get those answered live. Again, I'm going to be in the Facebook group all the time, so you can ask questions at any point or get some feedback back at you. The other thing is, everybody who comes along and joins in with Love Your Brand gets 60 minutes of my time. So if there's something you are really stuck with, you can use some time one-to-one where we can sit and chat about it over video like this. Or if there's something you would like me to design, you need some illustrations, you can't find anywhere that you really like, or you can't draw any yourself, Amy, can you do this within my 60 minutes? That's not a problem. If you have designed a logo, if you need a logo, I would maybe suggest that you keep the 60 minutes for that. That you say, I've designed this and it looks like this in paper, and I need it to look really really, really nice. Can you make that look beautiful and give me the right files within that 60 minutes? Yes, I can. That's not a problem. So those 60 minutes, there's various things you can use them for. Doesn't really matter what you want to use it for, as long as you're aware that you only get it once. Then that's really helpful. So that's fantastic. So they are the key things about Love Your Brand. Is there anything I have missed? I don't think there is. But if there is anything that I haven't asked and I haven't talked about, or anything you want to ask, anything you want to know, then let me know. There will be a button somewhere on this video where you can ask questions. And I can't wait to see you in Love Your Brand and help you out. So we start on the 18th of September. So get yourself ready, set aside a little bit of time to get through these different steps and make sure that your brand looks amazing. And I will see you then.